Right now, you are standing on a rock that used to be a ball of fire. No oceans, no air you could breathe, no green anywhere, just heat and rock and darkness so complete it swallowed everything, and somehow from that you got here. But the real answer is far stranger than anything you learned in school. 4.5 billion years ago, Earth was molten. Its entire surface glowed like liquid metal. There was no ground to stand on, no water, barely even a sky. Then a Mars-sized object scientists call Theia slammed into the young planet. The wreckage from that collision clumped together into a single object, the Moon. Your night sky exists because of a catastrophe you'll never see evidence of anywhere else. Slowly, over hundreds of millions of years, Earth cooled. Comets and icy asteroids delivered frozen water from the outer solar system. That water pooled into the first oceans, and deep on the ocean floor, something extraordinary happened. Cracks in the crust released scalding mineral-rich water into the cold sea. Biochemist Nick Lane has spent decades studying these hydrothermal vents and argues they created the exact chemistry needed for the first living cells to form. Not by design, just heat, minerals, and time. Chemistry became biology in total darkness nearly 4 billion years ago. For almost 2 billion years after that, life stayed microscopic, just cells drifting, dividing. Then, around 2.4 billion years ago, cyanobacteria evolved photosynthesis, releasing oxygen as waste. At first, this was a disaster. Oxygen was toxic to nearly everything alive. It triggered mass extinction long before anything had a face. The very gas in your lungs right now once nearly ended life on Earth. Life adapted. Oxygen allowed for more energy, which allowed for complexity, which eventually allowed for animals. Around 541 million years ago, in a burst known as the Cambrian explosion, nearly every major body plan alive today appeared almost at once. Eyes, legs, shells, predators and prey, locked in a race that never really stopped. Paleontologist Simon Conway Morris called it one of the most important shifts life has ever undergone. Before it, life was simple. After it, life became a battlefield. Plants reached land. Amphibians crawled out of the water. Dinosaurs rose and ruled for over 160 million years. Then, 66 million years ago, a mountain-sized rock struck what is now Mexico, and 3/4 of all species vanished. But small, nocturnal mammals survived in burrows and shadows. With the dinosaurs gone, an entire planet's worth of opportunity opened up. Some mammals became whales, some became bats, and in the forests of Africa, small tree-dwelling creatures with grasping hands began to appear. Primates. Your hands exist because an ancestor needed to grip branches. Your depth perception exists because that same ancestor needed to judge distance between leaps. Around 6 to 7 million years ago, the line leading to humans split from the ancestors of chimpanzees. Why did they start walking upright? Anthropologist Peter Wheeler argued it helped regulate body temperature under the African sun. Others say it freed the hands to carry food and tools. Freed hands could carry things. Carried things could be shaped. Around 2.6 million years ago, early humans began chipping stone into sharp edges, opening up nutrition that had been out of reach. More energy meant something extraordinary could happen inside the skull. The brain nearly tripled in size over 2 million years. Researcher Robin Dunbar argues brains grew largely to manage complex social relationships. Your brain may be as large as it is not because you needed to outsmart lions, but because you needed to outsmart each other. Around 300,000 years ago, Homo sapiens appeared in what is now Morocco, anatomically, you. But anatomy wasn't the finish line. Somewhere between 100,000 and 70,000 years ago, something else changed. Symbolic thought, language complex enough to describe things that didn't exist yet. The ability to imagine a future and plan for it anyway. This is where you actually begin. Not with a bang, but with billions of years of accidents and narrow escapes stacked until they built something capable of asking where it came from. Every atom in your body was forged inside a star. Every cell descends from a reaction in a poisonous ocean. Every breath runs on a gas that once nearly ended life. Every step is powered by a skeleton shaped by ancestors avoiding predators on an African plain. You are not separate from that history. You are the current edit of a 4.5 billion-year-old draft. So the next time you feel small on this random rock circling an unremarkable star, remember what that rock actually is. It's the only place in the known universe where fire slowly and impossibly turned into you.